fill with Liquid. Instead, they want to put them to bed. Let's see where this one's going. A new addition, Twist, and Liquid with Fallen. Certainly some exciting times ahead of us, and we're straight into the action. Fallen fast out mid and taking Rain out with a Glock. Liquid are running wild in the middle, and FaZe have to react. They've already lost Connect, and lots of ground getting gained. And Grim with a quick couple of kills running over the jungle, and this looks like a Liquid round through and through.
Yeah, for Karrigan, there's not really much he can look to do here. It's so weird, man, having Karrigan back in FaZe. Like, it feels right and wrong all at the same time. And it's Fallen to secure that at the very, very end. Team Liquid onto the pistol. Now, I'm not going to lie, Hugo. I've been looking forward to this matchup. Yeah. From the moment we knew it was happening, I think a lot of us were hoping we were going to get this exact matchup anyway. Yeah. But when it was announced, I'm like, oh boy, okay, now that's exciting, right?
The groups, the brackets, they've really spread out well. Like, there's some incredible storylines, right? From the Mousesports Astralis game we had earlier to Na'Vi taking on VP in their opener as well. I mean, there's some absolute bangers, and this is one of them just for storylines alone. And, for the new additions, getting to see on both sides what they can bring to the table. We had this back at Blast, and now we get it just a little bit later with Karrigan and 3 days of practice, as he has said earlier on today. So, we've seen success from teams that haven't necessarily had the most practice with an in-game leader. Let's look at Mousesports today, and yesterday more so. I'm sure Karrigan is up for the task.
Yeah, I mean, Karrigan's one of these guys who normally, like, the honeymoon period, as it were, starts pretty soon after he's moved into a team. And I think the fact that here, you've got a FaZe that have been longing for an IGL for a long while now, right? Even like, towards the end of niko's tenure, I think there was that vibe in the camp that they wanted an IGL, someone who was dedicated to the craft. And, now you finally got that. So I think the players are going to be hungry and keen to listen. I think a very interesting point for me is the idea of Twist versus his old teammates, right? You either see players really step up their game or get thrown off a little bit by the fact that they're up against the people they used to call friends.
Fallen missed that smoke from B apps as well as a fake smoke, and as soon as FaZe see it, they start throwing players at B. They knew it came from the other side of the map, and even though Liquid were, down by 2, they've recovered well. They've actually pulled this back in their favor. The B site is theirs. Very split on the site though. Player coming in from the catwalk, Rain with a Khalil, already edging through the smoke, and he ducks out and fails. Twist needs something here if they want to make this round a reality, but the bomb has been planted, and Liquid boosting inside of the site as well. Rain's regrouped with his teammate. Let's see if they can make this retake a reality.
Yeah, I don't even think they're convinced, right? Pretty slow to move in on this one. So we'll just be these players saving. Yeah, man, I mean, so much has happened between these two teams. Like, you think about the fact that you got Karrigan moving in, Twist as well for FaZe, but then for Liquid, right, Fallen taking over as the IGL. Obviously had a little longer to adjust to that than Karrigan has to FaZe, right? I think Karrigan's at 3 days. Yeah. So, not the longest amount of time. That's where, like, any of these teams reaching there, you're not, like, caught up in the whirlwind of just playing a game every single day. Oh, well, now we're out of the event. Like, you actually have time to, like, reset, plan ahead. I'm really excited to see what that does when we get there. But, we're 2-0 up for Liquid right now. It's a good start. And just these saved weapons brought forward in this one, you get that 3-0 conversion up on the board.
Yeah, slow and steady. They know what they're up against in terms of pistols with a saved Khalil, so Liquid don't want to jump the gun and get deeged out of the round. Remember, the last round started with 2 deegs from Rain to put us in a 5v3 for FaZe. Still Liquid are able to pull it back. This time the smoke will connect. Coming from the top of mid though, some more of a standard layup. Stewie below the window, and players coming up in through middle and catwalk as well. FaZe 2 towards short. Cold is trapped. He could easily get spammed out of the round right now. Between a molly and a smoke that's fading, it's actually the flash that catches him off, and Elige blinded gets that kill. It's a flurry of kills for Liquid, 3 in an instant to get every bit of the map open. Looking like they're just going to commit towards B off the back of this. Grim is walking through the apartments. Both players here for FaZe, they made the right read, but surely won't be able to win this 2v5. It's all really on Twists. Brokey, element of surprise boosted in the site. Twist with a deagle waiting at the bench. And goodbye.
they are. They getting that bomb down over here inside of the A site. Brokey will pick up Grim. And this Galil, it's just cursed. It always finds its way back into the hands of Faze. Some kind of demonic boomerang. They've got it at least. Twist already spotting the Faze stickers on that deagle.
Quick to adjust.
Repping the brand, you know, you got to do it.
I'm assuming it is his deagle as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll know that.
Making a lot of it.
A skin king.
I'm not really. Oh no, he might lose it here. Naf is just waiting patiently.
He's saving the armor, so no real reason to, you know, go throw yourself into a fight.
Yeah, man, Twist is wild. You never know, right?
True.
I don't think he will. Should just be fine. So you get this 3-0 start. Oh, Twist, don't do it. Don't do it, Twist. You know you shouldn't. You know it's the wrong call.
Yeah, he knows that. You don't need to tell him. Liquid to pick as well. Here's the orb for Brokey. None for Fallen yet.
Oh, missed shot from Brokey in the head-to-head versus Naf. And once more, the opener secured for Liquid. Some teething issues for Faze in this first rifle, and Rain gets caught going aggressive over towards ramp. That A site now must be looking real tempting if you're Team Liquid. But even then, they don't jump the gun. They're very measured in their approach to this round. Smoke gonna cancel Elige out. That's masterful. coldzera rather, hiding in it as Elige is the one to go running by. And so Cold never even gets a look in. Karrigan's deleted, and at this point it is just the save for Faze.
Yeah, great call from Fallen as well. It's funny because Faze go 3A out the gates to play a very close setup. It's Naf's patience that gets him the opening kill, right? With Brokey holding the angle, finally looks away after about 5 seconds as Naf moves in. So it's just bad timing really on Brokey's part. And, oh god, it's a slaughter. Liquid kill 2 A players pushing aggressively in the form of Rain on ramp as well. And then they just rotate B because they know that Faze are going to leave that B bomb site in anticipation of Liquid setting up util. It's not the case. Faze are caught out of position, and the fast cat play with Cold getting smoked off is very annoying. Not even a Molotov that would have maybe, you know, forced him forward into a fight, trying to spray down 2. With this smoke, you just have to respect that, unfortunately, and sit in the ladder and wait. Liquid very quick towards B, and they take a 4th round. Paragon buying the orb for Brokey in an eco. He's got $900 spare, and they miss the boost as well. Don't want to go back for it late, considering Liquid could already be through the apartments. But an AWP in a round like this, I mean, if you're not winning the round off the back of it, you need to save it. So, going to be a lot of pressure on Brokey in this one. He's also very mobile, moving towards Ticket already, setting up on A. Liquid not really defaulting on that side of the map, though. Grim is still patrolling apartments, and middle has been uncontested all game long. Liquid get what they want. Especially in a round like this, where Faze don't have nearly enough weaponry to contest. Brokey is back in B. It's the right call from him.
Oh, Stewie catching Twist through the box. That's one you celebrate if you're Stewie.
Look at the map.
And that's led to a very heavy lean back into this A side, man. Liquid, they are just one step ahead of Faze right now.
Playing with their food.
And so this is a lock-in, man. This is Liquids all day long. You've got 5-0. Up on the tally. Stewie not even dropped over here in middle, dinked by Karrigan, but that's pretty much all she wrote here. Nath. He's trying to send him packing. Does overextend into Brokey, but that's fine. You throw him one away. You can afford it. At this point, if you're Liquid, it's more important to try and take anything away from Faze.
That's the first time they saw the AWP as well, right? They never actually knew it was in the round, so, you know, Naf's running into that angle, expecting more pistols. 5-0 for Liquid. I'm loving the calling right now. They've made some great decisions. Obviously, they're getting fed a little bit on A sometimes, especially with the ramp and palace push in the previous rifle round. But right there, you know, setting up towards B with 4 players, about to execute. Faze, perfect read, 3 players in the B bomb site. And then Stewie, he runs up Con, he spams twist behind triple, and Faze panic is never going to be sold. And you're walking into the stack. But Stewie, great job to actually get that kill done. Scares Faze away from the objective in mind, and Liquid should keep up this T-side start. Oh. Oh, team damage. Careful.
Right, they're going to boost up Brokey. That looks to be the decision here, to try and get him an angle into mid. Up on the head of coldzera, so you want to be sure not to miss. Flashes in it short, that's all they need to dismantle the boost. They now decide against it. This creeping mid control, something that FaZe have kind of struggled to get much of a handle on in this game. Con smoke reigns over, and this time they nail it. Gives you a lot more freedom, a lot more room to work with, and it opens up this push onto the stairs. Leads to them spotting a man back in CT, and now Twist knows that they're in the connector. That molly is burning Twist alive. And Lee's just domes him. They are in the A side. They are overrunning FaZe. Carrigan with the AUG gets his first kill of the game. Leaves a 4-on-4 open to FaZe, and now tries to get up into the window. That flash could have given it away, but Alicia's hit a very good timing. Brokey turns on a dime. Carrigan's gone from window. The remaining 3 are all in through this CT spawn, and right now they're being held back by these flashes, by this utility. They try and get ahead of it, and it only makes matters worse.
Brokey with another shot. He's at least doing things to this AWP, but lots of pressure being put on, and Naf overwhelmed by Brokey. It's fallen to close the round, and not even grab the AWP. He is not interested. It's a beautiful shot with that AWP, but not enough to get the retake going. And like you said, trapped in spawn on a retake like that, very difficult to get back in. And Liquid just have player after player facing, fighting, flashing, doing everything they can to stall the clock out and keep Faze Clan back. Nice try for Brokey, but it's not enough today. And Liquid looking a lot more rejuvenated right now, right? Obviously with Fallen taking over leading, warping, some role switches in the middle. And I think, you know, this is both these teams obviously, but just only going to get better with time. So many new in-game leader moves, right? We look at Mousesports, we look at FaZe, we look at Liquid. Lots of changes right now, and I can't wait to see the results of them as we continue to watch during Katowice. Mid is free for Stewie, and that's a great opener. Rifle gone for Carrigan. Not what FaZe Clan wanted nor needed. Got to rely on the Deagles and the scout of Twists. We've been seeing him take that secondary AWP from time to time on FaZe. At times even taking it over Brokey, dependent on map. But right now, the money is not there. Rain, very good with the Deagle, but overwhelmed by Grim, and now Liquid just storm out the ramp.
Oh, Twists, not where you want to be. Spam to death behind triple. That nade, oh, actually doesn't do any damage. All right.
Around the corner.
All right. Regardless, you know, this isn't panning out to be much of a round for FaZe. Wants only the pistols and armor, a little bit around it. That's pretty much it. Liquid, though, they're looking really clean. They're looking really dangerous.
Oh, the turn. That causes Grim's death. Naf with a flash, and Brokey going to try and tuck. He got spotted, and he's going to get finished by Naf as well. No guns to be grabbed. Cold coming in late. Fallen, does he check his ex-teammate? Yes, indeed. Providing cover for a Liege and finding a 7th round on Liquid's side.
They're like, oh yeah, go on, Fallen, right? The other guy's killing Twist. It's like, oh yeah, look, we're getting him. And you know, they're kind of riding on that wave. It's only been success for them, whereas it's only been failures for Cold and Twist so far. You know, still early days, but the fact that it is just so dominant up until now is certainly worrying.
Yeah.
I think you need either Twist or Cold to just find anything, like even just one step in the right direction. It can start with something as minute as just one kill, but that can change the outcome entirely.
Fast out A though, we've got smokes down for Liquid, and look at Stewie, who's been very, very annoying in the connector, finding a lot of timings on his split. This time it is a full A assault. We've not seen one of these for Liquid. Rain is tucked, they haven't checked it yet, but Grim going for the clear. Rain with a spray, only good for one, and Brokey the same story. Out through the CT spawn is coldzera, looking to break the streak and not go James Bond. They don't know he's here yet. And Liege with his back turn, and Cole with the spray, trying to convert, doubling down, and escapes with his life as well. Stewie, he grabbed the bomb back from Ramp, and he is going to escape in this 1v2. Plenty of time to get to B, and plenty of time before Faze start considering this as well, right? There's smokes down, these two CTs are both tucked. They actually have no info on A. By the time they realize Stewie is gone, it's already too late.
Karrigan and Faze, they've learned this before the hard way. When it comes to Stewie, you always got to keep an eye on the time. He's got around into this B bomb site, the bomb on his back, and so much space to work with. Stewie 2K, relieved of his IGL duties now, free to perform. And so how does he want to approach this one? This guy provided Karrigan with one of the moments that probably still haunts him till this very day. And now he's looking to do it again in round number 8 at Katowice. Stewie didn't quite catch the time in there. Hooked in behind the banner, starting to move through. Oh. And there's the dink for coldzera. 3 in the round. And I said, 1 kill can make all the difference. Well, Cole gets 3. That's him maybe activated now. Let's keep an eye on his progression as FaZe get there first. And a lot of it coming off the back of Cole.
Very nice try for Stewie, just a missed shot. That's all it comes down to. He's given the 1v1 and untradeable at that, but it's not going to be today. And yet very heavy A setup for FaZe, right? Liquid. They may have found all the opening kills required, but Cold creeps through the CT smoke. Oh, yeah. Sitter of a shot missed, but jumping up on the van. Warps out for Fallen. It was about time. Him v Brokey. That will be fun. Brokey lining up a top mid molly in case that window smoke comes in. He can throw it blind. Twist taking some damage, leaves the connector. Stewie comes back out from under, as he has been. Liquid, a bit of a slower start to this round. They know if they can find a reset victory and break FaZe's money here before it even starts to build, that would be massive in running away with the T side of this map. They've already done everything they need to do. Anything past this point is just bonus rounds. Twist still 0-6 in the window. And with this smoke fading soon, what is he going to do? Is he going to try and find a fight? Or will they molly him out before he's given a chance?
Now would be the time, right, for Twist to get Twist to find something, right? Enjoying the likes of coldzera and trying to recover. It's enough against him. Oh, these players down in middle, and there it is. Twist in with a double of his own. Maybe these are the little confidence boosters that are going to prove to be so valuable come crunch time. Liquid now left in a 3-on-4. Finally facing resistance. Karrigan spots these connector players as well, and with 25 seconds left, time is of the essence for Liquid. Stewie back on that AWP, and he's out from the connector. It's Liege taking scalps, but there's Cold in with one. Liege quick to react, quick to trade, and Brokey doesn't want to throw this round away. Gonna try and re-peek, and he will deny the bomb plant on the back of it. Nap out in the open is bid adieu as well, and FaZe get onto a second.
Yeah, the worst part about that for Liege is they just spotted Karrigan Stewie Day coming up connector on the short side. So Liege knows that he's planting open for Brokey. He's hoping his teammate can cover him, but as far as he's concerned, he can't plant on triple or reverse triple because it's going to be open to the catwalk. However, at that point, Karrigan had already come in through ladder and window. So unfortunately for Liege, he was actually planting in the one danger zone that he didn't need to, but the info just wasn't there yet, and Karrigan comes in to kill his teammate in the 1v2. Just an unfortunate series of events for Liquid, but a crucial round for FaZe to find back-to-back to actually keep their money alive, right? If that was a lost round, it's Liquid up 8-1, FaZe on a force buy, and we probably see Liquid just storm through this half. Now, instead, FaZe have been given an opportunity to make this game competitive yet. Double AWP out, Karrigan joining the fray. Fallen with a boost for ramp, trying to catch that cross the stairs. No one makes it though. Brokey was already up and past.
It's more of these slow rounds, and FaZe have been pretty antsy in them, right? So you understand why you're running it if you're Liquid. You like the pressure you're applying to Faze Clan right now. You're a big fan of that. Back to this mid control again. Brokey did peek it earlier, but he has missed his timing on players getting out into top mid. Karrigan's AWP over at the B site could be a nasty surprise. If Grim slow peeks this corner, he is a dead man. At least he should be. Cold in the window. Only separated by that tiny bit of wall, but they're so close to discovering one another. Now, Stewie's going to try and come in late to cut off these rotations just to be a nuisance and cause chaos in the back line, while the rest of Liquid try to challenge New Boy on the blocking Karrigan. It's new meets old over here in the apartments. Utility getting lined up. Karrigan needs to land this first shot, and that was his chance, man. That looked dead on. Stewie will catch the rotations out, and Karrigan falls without even getting anything in the round. Cold, well, he does come in to try and hold down that bomb site. It's not meant to be. For FaZe now, just Rain and Brokey left up in this one. Looking slightly interested, but with these smokes down, nothing's going to present itself. This might just be a save. You know, never able to challenge while they're still trying to get the bomb planted. Leaves you a man down in the retake. Liquid have had so much time to get cozy and comfortable in this B site. FaZe, they give this one over.
Stewie's lurking has been really, really good as well on this T side, right? He's varying it up. It's sometimes, you know, going in as the first man and getting a kill to force rotates for FaZe away from the objective. And right there, it's right after the hit comes in, right after Karrigan makes a call, guys, it's B, I need help. And FaZe starts scrabbling to rotate. Stewie, who's already pre-boosted in the window, jumps in, kills Twist, trying to rotate, and then just drops back out and resets. So yeah, just causing commotion and, you know, catching FaZe on a rotate is very nice stuff, as it guarantees Liquid the round. It's nice FaZe a chance to retake with them being a man down. The fans are out in full force. Get in here. IEM.gg/fancam. AWP is still here. Karrigan's put his away for now. Money obviously being the main reason. The missed shot in the B apartments won't inspire much hope either. Missed window smoke perhaps. Left in the spawn. Not sure how that happens. It's not the end of the world. That being said, FaZe pushed up the top of middle. Rain did take that control, but he's conceded it already and gone back into a quad A setup into the right call. Liquid are moving in. Brokey hits the leg shot. Fallen getting tagged on his AWP, and a re-smoke coming down might just cancel the round for Liquid for now.
Only temporarily, though. You mentioned Stewie on these lurks. They've always seemed to find something, some kind of effect here. Whether it be putting doubt in the minds of FaZe or thinning out the herd in those post plants. Oh, trying to hit the timing onto a Liege, but instead he takes one to the dome. Oh, he wants to go back in, but that nade. That'll end it for coldzera. His journey cut short in this round. With smokes down, these players over in jungle have cut out. Instead, it's Twist putting up a valiant hold, in with the double. Oh, make it a third. And even though Stewie gets through the B site, that bomb's going to rotate all the way back through T-spawn. Now, Rain might just miss the timing. Fallen does get past, and Stewie is still running amok in the back line, thinning out that herd, as we say. It's Rain and Brokey, the same duo from that last 2-on-3, this time with a 2v2, a chance at a third for FaZe, but Stewie just knows no bounds. He's still putting up numbers, and he's making all the difference right now. That bomb dropped under the window. Stewie's got to swing in for it. Brokey misses the opening shot, so Stewie's got a little window of opportunity here. Brokey is just charging in with the AWP in hand. Can't deny the plant, and Stewie tagged to 1 HP. Only 3 bullets left in the gun. It's got to be a headshot, or else Brokey's got this locked in. And there it is for FaZe. They narrowly get that one past the keeper, and put 3 up on the board.
Oh my, what a nice try there as well, right? That was just crazy in all senses. As Liquid is setting up the A play, Stewie jumps out of the B apartments. Karrigan was actually on catwalk, and Stewie sprays him, and then has to finish it with an HE grenade as Karrigan is trying to run away towards that A site, get away from the lurking player. But all that kill does, is provide a B site entry for Liquid. Fallen sets him up with a flash in the apartments to find a third, but he can't close the round. Nice try, but not today. Brokey, someone we can always rely on in those clutches as well for Faze Clan, right? He's very talented at them, showing us why. Liege picking up Karrigan. He was rushing the top of middle, denied early on. Flash is not really doing him any good either.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, right? With Con and Window both smoked, the only place Liquid had to worry about was mid-aggression, and so everyone was looking down middle. Free kill given up by Karrigan, and the utility out of Liquid. Stewie once again back on his apartments lurk. And mid-control now taken. A man down. Faze are feeling the pressure. This lack of mid-control is putting a lot of worry in the back of their minds as well, and forcing them to take real estate elsewhere. That's why we see this double ramp push from Brokey and Twist. They've at least got something for these sacrifices for Karrigan going down early on. The A site is still very, very vulnerable, and with NAF opening up, it's about to be overwhelmed by Liquid out the connector unless someone from this ramp position can make a difference.
I don't know about Twist. That could be good for Faze here right now as Brokey sets him up with a flashbang. Twist runs through, catching a player in the palace. NAF dead. It's a default plant, but no one else is playing for it. If they can, get on the site, this could be a stick for Faze. The only kit's on Brokey. Cold's on a late rotate from short. There are players for him to grab, but he might have to make noise dropping into middle unless he takes the long route round. Twist just moving in. Grim on the site with good patience. Stewie's heard this rotate from Cold as well. He knows what to expect, and Grim isn't giving up a thing. Stewie misses the shot. Cold with an opener. He's doubled up, and the cross for Fallen. He has to kill them. He can't let them get default. They jump over his view, and now they've won the round to the defuse. That's a beautiful play for Brokey. Nothing Fallen can say or do about it. He hits every shot he can see. Killing Stewie, who knew he was coming, and then Grim just swinging for a trade but falling to a FAMAS. Cold saves them there with those 2 kills, as well as Brokey on the defuse. Fallen, no fear, and right through the ramp smoke, but it's a molly that's smoked by his teammate, and he won't commit. Probably the right call there. 2 players with their eyes on ramp. Twist moves out towards middle to try and help in the connector. Faze finally crunching mid in a mid round. It's the right time to do it. There's no one here, and holding towards lower. Oh, they missed the timing. Elige now has a little window, a little gap, a pocket, a bubble where he can sneak up behind, and players aren't considering him for a good 5 more seconds at least. There's a leg, 2 out the top. Twist with 1. Elige hits that timing to perfection with a trade, but he does die to Cold, who aggresses off a catwalk, keeping Faze up a man.
Oh, and now everything kind of falls into chaos with Karrigan wrapping through the apartments. He could wipe out Grim, but right behind Karrigan is the bomb on NAF, moving in through the apartments as well. This is looking like it's going to end up on B, and Faze, they don't have that information. Now he hears the footsteps going up short, so Cold gets there early. Karrigan's got that 1 free kill onto Stewie, but there's no more freebies where that came from. This is where Cold needs to hold the B bomb site, and he's waiting behind the bench. NAF's got no idea, and so there it is, locked in by coldzera. I tell you what, when you think about the fact that Cold and Twists were both 0-6 at one point in time, this is one hell of a recovery. Since that point, Cold going 9-4, Twist going what, 7-5. That's maths.
Well done, Harry. Never do it on stream, but you
oh man, that was a lot.
Yeah.
I really felt the pressure there. Just addition and subtraction, man. Oh, I don't even think there was any addition.
Could have gone very wrong, but it did go very right. And that's the same case in the round for Faze, right? That wrap for Karrigan, all he's getting is misinformation. He's calling, oh, they're out mid. They might be going con, watch out. And they're climbing back up catwalk to set B with the bomb and abs. Could have been very dangerous, but luckily Cold fills the void on B by hiding behind the bench and denies any chance to plant for NAF. Only deagles for Liquid. And what was, an 8-1 scoreline in a position where if Liquid found that reset round, they would have broken Faze and probably just run over this game. Well, Faze won the one crucial round they had to, and now they've been building and building some more. Still the chance for 7. This should surely be theirs. That's a nice stuff for Karrigan as he mows down 2. Elige killing Twist and brokey in the window, but he is going to be punished by Cold, who's been very quick at trading in middle. Only Naf with the bomb and a deagle to play with. Or P250 rather. So good luck. Should surely be Faze up to 6.
Yeah, not much hope for a bomb plant here. Karrigan could give this kill away. Like, if he peaks at 10 HP, he hits the timing, so it's forgivable. It's all good. 3 in the round for Karrigan. And 6 for Faze. Quite the turnaround. You know, it's just been a game of like blocks, right? Like Liquid go on this huge run. Faze, they're down in the dumps, right? The players facing their ex-teammates can't seem to get anything done. The only guy hitting anything is brokey. And now it's starting to come together. You know, less focus on brokey, more spread out across the team. Karrigan holding that B site, starting to find his footing as well. Cold being instrumental towards short side time and time again. And so a much more composed looking Faze, not as shaken by this early streak that Liquid went on.
Yeah, back up the ladder for Cold. Rain taking Palace. Last time they try and push this with the AWP, it was punished by Naf, so Faze have been scarred by that, but in the last round of the half, they get a lot of information. A is somewhat empty for Liquid. Leaning into another one of these mid to B plays with 2 up the catwalk. Cold, he's tasked to stop it. Last time they smoked him off. This time he's going to drop one of his own, and it goes in a bit deeper so he can try and fight through it in front of it. Elige looks above, sees nothing. But he knows that window smoke will fade first. Might even try and make a jump for it. Oh, Cold. Backing up could be a problem here. He would offer himself up, but it's actually jumping through for Fallen, and Cold mows down Elige through the smoke. Karrigan above the bench with a nice little one-way, and even though Stewie's killed Cold, Karrigan's holding strong, and Stewie can't get out of the apartment.
Yeah, you know, Liquid, they might have stolen the limelight for the, you know, the majority of like the first half of the first half, aka the first quarter. You know, Faze, they steal it in the latter stage, right, with their ability to grind their way back into a game that looked like it was slipping through their fingers. Opening up this round, though, look at Fallen. He is missed the timing as he wraps in a T-spawn. Well, he tried, but Rain opening up. Karrigan does get caught going through the window. That's given a 3-on-3 back over. And Fallen's flank now is nice and quick at least. Cold is all the way out on the A site. Fallen could actually just ruin their day because Rain's just been wiped out. brokey needs to stay alive and buy time for this rotation for coldzera. Smoke on the bomb, and it's not even planted for market. That's an ugly pistol round there.
Yeah, I mean, it goes from bad to worse, right, with the Fallen flank, even though he almost overplays it and goes the wrong way. As soon as Rain gets that double opener, like the call is in, they know it's a B play, and so Fallen is still faster than expected. But yeah, I'm not sure what Cold's doing coming out of ramp so late in the round, right? As you say, especially with that bomb plant, it'd be one thing if he was running towards a connector and jumping up onto cap, but coming in through market, that's just a pipe dream at that point. Karrigan dropping over an AK to twists. Otherwise, it's Glocks and Deegs. No, not your new favorite game mode, just a very difficult eco for Faze Clan, where Liquid will surely be running away with 10 unless Twist does something nuclear.
Run boost? Is that what they're doing? Looks like what they're doing. Here we go. Ooh, they miss it though. Fallen never spots the run boost. And so sadly, no big moments from that. This whole round gravitates around setting Twists up with that AK. They said they want to play with him as the star.
Oh, Naf. This is big. Faze taking so long in the middle. Naf has a perfect position to mow them down. He almost finds another. Does see the bomb get dropped there, but the longer Naf stays alive in the backline, the more pressure is put on Faze, and they're going to be watching their back, which allows players like Fallen to peek in through the window, knowing he can catch them off guard. Brokey grabbed the gun and did get that revenge kill, but it's still a very difficult round. Cold finding a kill out Palace. Grim's still on the balk though. Very common position. Cold doesn't have the Molotov to clear it. Through connector comes Brokey. Grim, if he stays tucked, there's no way Brokey's going to be able to get across to the site. He's got to clear this one hard with no armor as well. One bullet renders him useless. Cold does get that second, falling into the third player of Grim. And now with the bomb and just enough time to plant, it's Cat for Stewie, too far away. Cat and Mouse as he runs right back into the bomb site. And Cold is looking for clean, concise deegs. One more to find.
Surely you don't do this to them, coldzera. It's been a while, but his deagle is a thing of wonders. Stewie playing it patient, trying to desperately locate this deagle that's eluded him.
Oh.
Is he going to try the jump up? Stewie's right there, and over the boxes, he deletes coldzera. It's a damn good try. You could not have asked for more from Cold there, but not quite enough to outsmart Stewie 2K. 10 on the board for Team Liquid. And a round that slips by the wayside.
Terrifying round as well if you're Liquid, right? Like, there's nothing Grim can do when Cold falls on you like that. Hitting some perfect D shots. What is this? Just destroyed. But yeah, Stewie, he makes the read there. He didn't see Cold cross out and go towards CT, so he worked it out, jumping up to clear that last man. Cold even looked to the jump up as well. He just, you don't want to be caught looking the wrong way and then just get cleared. But that's exactly what happens to him, funnily enough. Liquid back in with guns, Faze on their first full rifle, and the AWP is here for Brokey as well. Far prettier by the Faze, considering the damage that Cold did in that previous round. If Faze win it, Liquid are broke, boys. And Grim jumping up on the plant pot, dead immediately to Karrigan. Fallen can't trade, and Karrigan will just peel back, inviting in a second man.
Brokey's in a strong position here with the AWP as well, right? Able to deny these angles from Team Liquid. If anyone tries to rotate jungle, that's a shot that Brokey feels destined to hit. He will start to peel back. Brokey never saw anyone, so he's going to leave coldzera up here in the Palace. And between Palace and Ramp, it is two pieces of the Brazilian Counter-Strike royalty left to go toe-to-toe, perhaps. That is assuming that Fallen's able to survive this peek from Karrigan. Karrigan caught with a surprise.
Bomb scene, though. You can just leave B at this point if you're Liquid. There's just no time to rotate that bomb from Ramp.
Yeah, that's a key bit of information for them to grab. And you even shut Rain out in the window. They're just going to try and rush the smoke. And Elysian Fallen, they ain't falling for that. Oh, the knives are out, and Fallen stabbing Brokey down to the 2v2. They lose coldzera, a knife kill came in, and there's the CT player. Will get cancelled by twists. However, Stewie, misses the spam, and now the 1v1. But of course, he closes it out. It's 11 on the board for Liquid, a knife kill for coldzera, and another one of these tight little clutches. One out at the end by Stewie 2K.
Oh, what a mess. That entire round, what a mess. And the bomb getting shown at Ramp, right? That is the difference maker. Stewie's
this ain't PG-13.
No, not at all. Stewie is in position to win the round just due to Karrigan showing the bomb to Fallen. Obviously, he doesn't know Fallen was close Ramp. Very stylish stuff for Fallen. Love it. Good escape. And at least gets a kill in that in that awkward position. But yeah, the bomb getting spotted. You immediately see Liquid run on the rotate, and Stewie is there to close it out, albeit a bit scary in the process. Back-to-back clutches for Stewie 2K, and Liquid just above water right now as Faze falls short in a few of these very close rounds. It's going to be heartbreaking to lose.
They might have won these last three, but every one of these rounds has come down to those 1v1s at the end, right? So even though they're winning, they don't have anything left in the tank if they were to lose a round, you know? So all it's going to take for Faze to suddenly explode back into this game is one little round. You want that sooner rather than later to give yourself that breathing room.
Yeah, next thing you know, Liquid start taking convincing rounds, and then you have the eco, and then the game's done at this point. So yeah, every round matters, and Faze even reinvesting here shows that they're aware of that as well. Cognizant of the money. Cog's turn in the head of Karrigan. Stewie's got the AWP over Fallen in this round. Fallen was spraying mid as Stewie jumped out. I think he was, no, he's back towards Ticket rather. It was a Liege towards Connector. Creeping and crawling up the catwalk for Rain. He's going to make a bit of a jump for it. There's only one man in B. Oh, the dink comes through, though. Very, very damaging stuff. Alish getting spammed out by Twist, and now Faze are unleashed on this A site.
Oh, Fallen almost hitting a timing there with the turnaround on a Karrigan. Stewie's getting pressured. They go up above him. They go out on the boxes. Grim from ramp keeps the A site in check. Keeps the numbers thin for Faze. Rain down here in the bottom of mid, and they're doing everything they can to try and locate him. But oh, Fallen dropping in. Two of the Moors of Rain. Af now going to clear those lower tunnels, and he says, well, Rain ain't here. Rain's going on a long rotate, so he tries to cut it off. But Rain's outsmarted him, looping back all through T-spawn. If Liquid had gone quickly, they would have had the 2-on-2 in the site. Instead, they're trying to deal with Rain, but they just can't find him. He's hit both timings, and now they decide, if we are going to go for this, we've just got to go. We can't worry about Rain. And they spent so long checking their back, they weren't worried about the front, and that's where Twists is, in with a triple, and Faze up onto 8.
Yeah, terrifying round there, but that is exactly what Faze are gunning out for, right? With these constant rebuys, knowing Liquid's money was on the edge, and they've finally broken it in as well. And as we've already seen in this first half, right, with Liquid starting dominantly 8-1 and then Faze recovering, right? They know better than anyone that they can get themselves back into this one, and that round will do it. Starting to build now for Faze, and yeah, just a bit of a mess, right? If Grim's waiting 2 more seconds on that ramp play, he kills Rain. They don't have to worry about the backline. They can play a bit slower on the retake as well, but time gets the better of them. And now this buy is just weak. Put in what they can. Pistol and armor on some. It's having to be a double eco, so Faze can easily get back up to 10 rounds here. And we've already got a game on our hands. No clear winner in sight. Hold on to your seats.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the very foundation of these kind of comebacks don't necessarily begin with that first round win, right? It all kind of starts with getting a few close rounds and whittling down your opponent's money. Oh, clinical from Ray. Any more? Full tap. Cold's going to snatch it away, but this should still be a Faze round. They just blitz into that B site. For Grim and Liege, they decide holding onto the Deegan armor is worth it. As you mentioned now, Hugo, that 10-11 scoreline looking more than likely. And when you think about that incredible, you know, streak in the first half from Liquid, Faze really are doing a good job of still keeping this so competitive. They just looked out of it for the longest time. Slowly but surely, they're warming up to one another. And as mentioned, since going 0-6 down, coldzera has gone 16-8.
Yeah. Deeg armor saved for Liquid. I'll be running into the next round with very little behind it, and more Deagles. You want to maximize everything in your next gun round as well. So someone's probably going to save for the AWP here, be it Fallen or Stewie. Nice to see a bit of leeway when it does come to that AWP, right? Not necessarily always Fallen. We have seen Stewie take it over him, etc. And, you know, I imagine somewhat spawn-based, position-based. Everyone knows that of the capable players able to wield that weapon. And so you judge it on a case-by-case basis. That window smoke in, which allows for a Liege to get boosted up ladder. But Faze are not interested at the B-bomb site. They are fully set up on the ramp with Karrigan. So setting up smokes in middle.
See, so Cold is holding for this, and oh, they just run away. Yeah, actually, A isn't feeling so safe. I just have a feeling And this is why coldzera actually degged out of the round by Grim. They get the info, they see the bomb falling back as well. Now there's still a lot of time, you know, FaZe don't have to commit to leaving B. Problem they've had now is on conceding the apartments and ramp, you're gonna have to go and retake it if you did want to go back there. And that does look to be the decision. They're very, very paranoid all across the map because they never had apartments either over towards that B bomb site. So they kind of lean into the lesser of two evils. We just had ramp control. You know, they can't be that deep. We know they're in Palace, but we can flush them out. And we have no idea what's going on over towards B. So they lean back towards this A site. Now clear Palace. They get the info that that side of the map is empty at least, but ramp is not so free.
Oh. The shadow, there it is. Grim gets a bit of damage off. Karrigan's the only man here. He doesn't want to lose his life and his gun and set up a 5v3 for Liquid. They find a second player. They know there was a deke here as well. There it is. As Nav fires off, Grim does as well. They're going to molly them out on the ramp, but Liege falls in the middle of the site. That could have been
CT.
a huge kill. Fallen tucked. Brokey getting close, clearing it with a pistol, and it's down to the dink. Plant allowed. Brokey still standing is huge as he can play this bomb with the orb from CT spawn, and Rain tries to cower in behind the boxes. Brokey is going for the wraparound to deny the cross. Dangerous if Rain dies, as no one will be able to stop that bomb. We saw this position bite Fallen back in that first half, but Rain is firing fast and only Nav still standing. Needs the headshot here and now. He gets it, but surely Brokey CT, and he checks it, but he can't get the kill. Brokey covering the cross, and that was a risky rotation for Brokey, but especially considering his health, makes sense considering he's, you know, trying to catch his opponents off guard. The last place he'd think they'd look, even though Nav checks it, it's not enough. Very, very good attempt for Liquid considering the minimum invested. Oh.
Yeah, you know, I think not only that, right, if he goes CT, say worst case scenario happens and Rain dies without killing anyone and you don't thin the herd out, as it were, you know, you're pretty screwed in a 1v2 like that. If they're tapping the bomb, you're that low on HP, so he knows that they just need to reduce the numbers in that retake.
Yeah, it was also a very brave call for Liquid to actually go back to A, because when, like you said, they saw the bomb rotating when Cold dies to the Palace push, and you know, FaZe run away. Liquid initially leave that AAA setup, and then they go back into it, making that same connection, making that same realization that, wait, if FaZe were leaving A, well, they don't have anything else. Surely they're not going to be trying to retake places like apartments up against an eco round. So, yeah, let's just, you know, commit with our call out the gate. Let's stack A. It was the right call. They've softened up the money, but still not within eco territory. Liquid need back-to-back rounds to do that. FaZe only need one to not only take the lead back, but get Liquid on eco. Another double ramp push. Setups have been gnarly for Liquid. Cat go FaZe, and they go fast as well. Fallen with the orb, missing 2 shots. It's all on these B anchor players. Nav trapped to the back. Stewie with a spray, good for 1. Rain trades, and now it's all on Nav, who does find a little angle. Grim, you know, glimpsing through for a kill. Fallen misses more and more timings, more and more chances, and Karrigan's now out in the site, but Fallen does provide cover, and Naf can pivot on the boxes. Only coldzera left. And even though he's done dirty things from this position before, surely it's too much to ask with 15 on the clock.
Yeah, and this apartment's player wrapping Grim should be there to seal the deal. The swing is in. And while he does get the first, it's Fallen in the back line to beat coldzera in the head-to-head. 12-10 now for Liquid. Finally putting a stop to that momentum that FaZe was starting to build up. And with it also, a bit of a hard dose of reality here. You could go for a buy. You would have 3 AKs in play and then a couple of Galils. And we know that FaZe have been pretty keen to go for these purchases to keep Liquid on the back foot in terms of their money. It feels like a bit of a pick your poison moment, right? Do you want to go for the jugular and try and get back into this game to tie it up early, but in doing so, put it all on the line? Looks like the answer is yes. They go in with the buy. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and the AWP for Brokey.
Oh, and they go fast as well. Rain's running right through the ramp as only one man sat on default. Grim's good for getting a kill there. The smokes are down. There's no molly on bench. They don't need it because Karrigan's already pushed up through the jungle and found a great timing. He hears all these CT footsteps. There is a player on catwalk in the form of Stewie, but flashing in potentially for Rain. Instead, they focus on the plant and there's no cover. Cole comes in with a trade, but that is too little too late. Someone needs to flash him in, but there's just no utility left. It's all on Rain, and he's the one up in close proximity. Cold peeking back out, low HP, Rain cleared by the flash, and this has fallen apart for Faze. Prioritizing the plant over the kills might be their undoing. Cold dead as well, and Karrigan getting faced by 2. That is a mess. Oh my. Whoever went for the plant there had a flash. They considered for a second to pop Rain in. Maybe Rain makes the call like, don't set me up there, but if you don't, you can't plant open. It just doesn't work. And yet Cold, that's as quick as he can physically get the kill, but he's just not in a position to actually cover. Just playing that trade. Liquid building and building some more. Couple of little tiny details make everything change in that round for Faze.
And it's one of these situations where Karrigan's great timing into jungle, like, you know, looked like it was going to be a big swing position. Well, it ends up, you know, not close enough to actually flank. So 13-10 for Liquid, no money for Faze. As mentioned, they put it all in that round. They tried to go for the throw. But this might be their death sentence as a result.
Oh, Elige, he's had enough of waiting around. Pushed to the top of middle. 4 players there. And he just escapes. I like that as well. So many players overplay that and they get one and the blood gets flowing and they start just trying to full send it. But Faze were holding, waiting to trade that kill if Elige went any further. And now he's back for seconds. Now he's hungry for lunch. And he might catch him setting up on the boost, but Twist does provide that cover. Run boost out, Fallen spots it, and you even kills Twist with the rifle as well. Brokey trying to hop to safety, can't escape, and they know the AK has been picked up, but they want nothing to do with it. Cold again, not going to do that once more, not with a Glock. And Karrigan gets the AK, but they've got him trapped behind the box. This might be Liquid, just about edging over the line. One more buy for Faze, one more attempt. As Liquid sit within distance of their map pick.
And yeah, I mean, the thing that makes it even more impressive if they do just take it over the line now is, you know, they had to roll with the punches. They were in a spot where, you know, Faze could have just kept chaining these victories together. And yeah, they've been able to adapt to it. Now, this B play on the cards, Faze just going in fast as well. Elige and Naf to get past, a pretty terrifying duo to go running into, and Naf is getting it all done solo. It's Brokey dropped at the very end. Liquid map point 15-10, and no money left for
steal rounds away, and Liquid have been coming out on top of all of these one-on-one clutches as well in the CT side. So yeah, it's hard for Faze to try and think of something that's actually going to work, but going for a full B rush like that, well, evidence that is not the answer. Back to way they go. Right out of the gate. Back to double ramp for Liquid, which has been wonderful for them as well. But the Palace burst could catch them off guard. No one's even looking. Running is coldzera. Fallen doesn't react. And Grim gets overwhelmed as well. Forget the Deeg. The Galil is in. And FaZe have just saved themselves with a chance to stay alive in this map.
Still hope yet. Elige trying to snuff out that faint little glimmer that FaZe are desperately trying to hold on to.
No.
Naf through the smoke is in with another. And Elige isn't stopping there. He's pushing around. He's denied the plant. And now it's just Cold and Karrigan left up in this one. And it's so similar to last time. They prioritized the plant. They die as a result. Karrigan's now out on an island in window, just sat here hoping that he's given a fight. And at this point now, it's hinging on Liquid making a mistake, making a misstep. Cold, the one man fighting inside of A, trying to rejoin Karrigan over here in the window. CT was clear when Karrigan checked it last, but rest assured, Elige is there and can swing on a dime. Karrigan looking to open up B, and he has dealt with Naf, but this is where Elige can pounce. Cold, that kill is so important. Ready for the man in CT, and it's left to Stewie 2K again, 1v2. He's been great in these clutches. But can you get out of the clutches of Karrigan over here at short? A little bit of damage exchange. The Molotov slows the approach. And just like that, that's the save call coming through. FaZe, I don't know how they manage it, but they do. coldzera and Karrigan in a 2-on-4 are able to turn that around.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable round out of nowhere. At least Stewie gets the AWP. But what a call from Karrigan and Cold. I mean, he's the one who really makes it happen. Right? He's the one who gets a double entry, but then even somehow wins that incredible fight against a Liege, who should just have the round in the palm of his hand. He knew Cold was about to come through window. He knew Karrigan just got that B pick onto Nav. It was all very clear for Liquid. And yeah, more bomb plant denials, but not enough to close the map. A chance, a lifeline given to Faze. Here up against 15. Will they take it or will they waste it?
Well, you got past the first big hurdle, right? A 2-on-3 to put up 11. It's a step in the right direction. You weren't just one step away from catching this up. You were a sprint. So that's what we need. This marathon of a match to continue. Fallen in the lower tunnels. Elige holding over this smoke. I like this. I love this, in fact, because Elige gets the attention, right? You know he's here. And if Elige ends up dying, then maybe you discount these lower tunnels. Karrigan now is fixated on the idea of trading that, but man, those lower tunnels are a dangerous place to be. Liquid, they've been great at this. They get that advantage. They hang around for a moment to see if anything else presents itself, and then they get out of there. And on the back of that, they found even more success with Elige nailing another.
Oh, flash after flash. Faze can't even see. Fallen backing up as the Molotov lands. He can still cover across the default. Doesn't want to double scope after last time. There's still plenty of vision. Another molly. That might render him useless if it spreads, but he hits a shot before it does. And now they're on the site. The call has been made. Elige swings and his teammates help out to close the map for Liquid. Their pick locked and loaded. And a lovely looking Liquid we're getting on our screens.